Hi guys, it's Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. Today we're going to talk about part 2 of my fantasy trip to Walt Disney World. So stay tuned. Okay, in part 1 of my fantasy trip to Walt Disney World, I told you about where I would stay. Well, a little bit about where I would stay. I might give you a little bit more information on that. I talked about who would be going with me on this trip. I showed you my list, and we talked about what parks we would go to, but I didn't go into detail. And so I thought in the second part I would give you a little bit more details. Okay, so first of all, like I said, would be my entire family. Whew, that will be interesting. It will be during the Christmas holidays or before Christmas really started to get crazy. I just want to be there when they put the decorations up. Uh, the form of tickets we will be using would be armed forces tickets because we do have several family members who are in the military. And I gave you a tentative schedule. I said that we would travel either by some of us by car. Some of us by plane. We would arrive, and that first night, I have to have dinner at Ohana's. Anyway, some of the resort choices I will talk about in a video that I talk about why I decided to stay off property versus on property, and I even did like a sheet where I the pros and cons of staying on property and staying off property. So I hope you look forward to seeing that video. Special dining choices. Here's the thing. Without fail, I have to go to Ohana's when I go to Walt Disney World. It is my favorite restaurant in the whole wide world. And it is the first Disney restaurant that we ever went to when we went to Walt Disney World back in 1998. My husband's favorite restaurant is Boma's. He has pretty much said he doesn't care where else he goes, but when we go the next time, to make sure that I make reservations for us to eat breakfast at Boma's. So that is at the top of the list. I would really like to do breakfast. Hopefully by 2022, the character dining is back. I would really like to do breakfast at Trattoria, Trattoria El Forno. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, and that is because my youngest daughter loves The Little Mermaid, and I know that's one of the few places where you can get to see The Little Mermaid and Prince Eric, and so I know that she would love doing that. When we went on our last trip, we went to the Geyser Point Bar and Grill. And I'm telling you guys, it's like a little hidden gem. By the time 2022 comes around, it may not be a hidden gem anymore, but we loved it. I loved the sandwiches there. First of all, they were huge. If I go back again, I would split it with one of my family members because it was just that big. But I just love the atmosphere of sitting outside, sitting on the water, seeing the boat go back to Magic Kingdom. I love looking around Wilderness Lodge. Like it was the food was good, the atmosphere was good, the scenery, it was beautiful. And I want to go back again. Garden Grill. So, my youngest daughter has always wanted to go to Garden Grill. When she was young and we would go more frequently, she would always take a picture in front of Garden Grill. And so it's on the list of places that I'd like to try. I like the idea of the family style dinner, and because this is a family trip, I thought it would be a great way to go. Okay, so we have not been to Chef Mickey's in forever and a day. So if we can't go to Garden Grill, I know the twins would love going to Chef Mickey's and meeting Mickey and all the gang. So that would be a second choice if we weren't able to do the Garden Grill. Now, 1900 Park Fair is a possibility. I have not been in a long time. I haven't seen any reviews on 1900 Park Fair in a while, but I do know as far as little girls, it's the perfect place to meet the princess. And so that would be for our twin nieces. Crystal Palace with Winnie the Pooh would be for my oldest daughter because that's like her favorite character in the whole wide world. And we haven't been in a long time, but I could see us doing lunch at the Crystal Palace. We don't usually stay in the park and eat. We usually do the restaurants outside of the park. So that would be an exception if we did Crystal Palace. Another exception, one that I've always wanted to try, is La Cantina de San Angel in Mexico. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that, but I love Mexican food, and that has been one of those places that I pass by all the time, and I kind of wish that we had eaten there. Let me know what some of your favorite restaurants are. Keep in mind, we're not big seafood people, with the exception of my oldest daughter, so give me your best non-seafood places to eat. Okay, snacks. I cannot go to Disney without getting popcorn. I have been craving a Mickey pretzel. I keep seeing pictures of this huge pretzel and I'm like, I need to get one of those. I don't think I've ever had one. So yeah, it's at the top of the list to try. I know it's not everybody's favorite thing, but we love the turkey legs at Disney. No, nobody else gets it, but we do. And so it is one of those things my husband always wants to have when we're there, and that's a turkey leg. So it's on the snack list. Dole Whip. I think I've had at least one Dole Whip. And I'm thinking about making my own at home, but I don't remember what it tasted like. Like, I know it tastes like pineapple with ice cream, but just thinking about that, I want one right now. And so I want to try it again to see if it's worth all the hype that you hear about it all the time. I can either get it at Magic Kingdom, or we can go get one while we're at the Polynesian Resort. You can't go without getting the kids a Mickey ice cream bar. So that is on the list for my nieces. I prefer to get a cupcake, but that might be a little bit too much sugar for me. And bonus would be to get ice cream in France at the France Pavilion. I cannot pronounce the name of the it's Artisan D. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher that, so I'm not even gonna try. But I've had ice cream there before, and I had the ice cream sandwich that was wrapped in the like the Paris paper. Don't ask me why that made me happy. It just did. But I'd like to go back again, and I think this time I want to try the one that's like inside of the ice cream is in the middle of the big piece of bread, and it looks like they make it in a waffle maker. I really want to try that. Or I might just get the same one I got the last time. But I like doing that. They're getting rid of the ice cream shop that's on the boardwalk. Actually, it's already gone. So there might be something completely different there by 2022. But if not, we can always get ice cream at Beaches and Cream, because I have gotten it there a couple of times and I really love it. All right. Definitely will be doing resort hopping on this next trip. I have to go to the Grand Floridian without fail. Definitely have to go to the Polynesian Resort. Definitely have to go to Contemporary Resort. We always do that when we first get there. We get on the monorail and we ride all the way around. And then I have to ride around to Epcot just so I can see what it looks like. If you guys don't know, Epcot is my favorite resort. We always do the boardwalk and the beach club resorts. At least walk on the boardwalk and then maybe walk into one of the hotels. Usually we do that like when we leave Hollywood Studios and we'll take the boat over. I'm still trying to decide, do I want to get on the Skyliner? Because guys, I don't do too well with heights, but I want to at least be able to say I got on it one time. So we shall see. Definitely Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I really want to go over and see the Riviera Resort. It looks beautiful from the outside in some of the pictures that I've seen. So it's on my list of kind of places to see. Now you ask yourself, when do you have time to do this? Actually, when we take our lunch breaks from the park, sometimes we have gone back to the room. Rarely have we gone back to the room. Most of the time we get in a car because we usually drive to Florida and we go shopping. But I want to do things a little bit more leisurely this time. So because there's so many of us, some of us can go shopping, some of us can get on a Disney transportation and go and check out the hotels. That's what Cyndi wants to do. So we'll see if that happens. But again, this is a fantasy trip. Now, some special activities at the resorts is, of course, you cannot miss the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian during Christmas time. Fireworks at the Poly on the beach. There's nothing else quite like it. You got to go see the Christmas tree at Animal Kingdom. It's different from the one at the Grand Floridian, but I like them both. And then, of course, like I said, for me, ice cream at Beaches and Cream or ice cream in France. I don't think I ever leave Disney without having ice cream at least one time. It's just something about eating ice cream at Disney. I can't explain it, but hey. Okay, must do rides. That will be in part 3 of my planning my fantasy Disney trip. Then I'm going to do 1, what I would pack in my fantasy backpack, and 2, what would be in my fantasy suitcase. So stay tuned for those videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And if you want to know when the next video comes out, all you have to do is hit that little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, have a blessed day. Bye.